I got zeroed out my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish and it shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you well, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, no nothing compared. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. Source some liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right here in my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm talking about the moon, they think I majored in astrology. Haters talking trash, I think they majored in garbology. Focus on my future, so I invest in technology. Number one is where we ranking.
Come on.
And if you don't have XRP, then I do not know what you thinking. This the time, this the year, this the place to be. Hold them strong all day long, doing it faithfully. Keep that negative energy far away from me. It's not our fault that we seeing something that you can't see. I got my hands on some on-demand liquidity, and I'ma hold on to it now into infinity. This the greatest wealth transfer the world will ever see. But I'm not talking, I'm about to go buy me more XRP, cause I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well.
For well.
I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever. Can't you tell? Can't you tell?
What up, everybody? What is up? What is up? XRP fanboy, XRP Bush, Jack A. What is up? Dan H in the house. XR Perfection. What is up? Let's go. Let's go. Look at this. This thing, man. Oh. Ooh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Look at this, man. Look at this. Mm-hmm. This is it. So close, man. So close. This was that retrace they were looking for to continue that fractal. But I have an answer. I have an answer, ladies and gentlemen, and I want you to hear it.
Continuing to range in here for several days if this does continue. Now, like I keep saying, it makes me uncomfortable that it's followed it for so long. It's becoming real public knowledge at this point now. But what's so interesting about it too is if we have it lined up like that, right? Where do we get our retrace back to? You get it right back to that 702 Fibonacci retracement, which is the thing I'm looking for, right? So I'm in the belief that Bitcoin is in a bear market, but I'm also in the belief that Bitcoin doesn't go down in a straight line because it historically does not. But what's so significant about that 702 retracement in there?
I want you to listen to him. Listen.
we can look, we can see this was that initial top from the big massive run that took place back in 2020 and early 2021, right there at 58,100. That was the stopping point. That also happens to be our 702 Fibonacci retracement. Also relatively a zone that it was unable to clear through. And we could see this is the area we were bouncing around in here before we ended up having a bigger breakdown. And this is normal in this type of structure that you go back to this area right in here. So everything is still pointing back to a retracement happening in here. Question is, are we going to continue following in this type of manner? With how Bitcoin looks right now, I've presented my two theories or ideas on the way it could do it. One, it just continues to do what it's done for 5.5 months. It does it for another month, make it 6.5 months total. It just continues to do exactly what it's doing. I think it's reasonable to say, hey, that's possible considering it's followed it for 5.5 months. But also from experience, I know that these things do break away from them at some
From experience, they do break away from previous fractals eventually. Did you hear what he said? Eventually, they're going to break away, right? And where I think that's going to take place, I want you to listen one more time. Listen.
That's possible considering it's followed it for 5.5 months. But also from experience, I know that these things do break away from them at some point, which is why
they do break away from them at some point, the man said, right? So he puts the fractal that it's been following to a T, right? Which means the next move is to the 702, you know, the 618, 702, 786 area, which is right here. Which is right here, anywhere from 55,000 to 58,000 to 61,000. We got the 618 right here. We got the 702 right here. And then the 786 right here. So anywhere up in here, we are going to see this. Is it going to go there, there? Do they think it's going to come here? Now, what I want you to see is he says it's following it to a T, but from his experience, it's going to break off eventually. And you know where I think it's going to break off? The thing that he's not saying? I'll show you. I think it's going to come up 618, 702, 786. It's going to fake people out. And it's going to crank, ladies and gentlemen, because that's when it's going to stop following the fractal. Up here, it's going to stop following the fractal. It's going to hit. It's going to come back. It's going to fake the bears out. A lot of people are going to sell. A lot of people are going to short. And then it's just going to crank. And because the last 12 months or longer, longs have been getting crushed more than anything, shorts are about to start getting wrecked. When this comes up to the 618, the 702, and the 786, like we have right here, when it comes up to the 618, 702, or the 786, we're going to see a retrace and a continuation. And all the shorts that thought it was going to bounce back down for a completed bear market and continue are going to get wrecked the way longs got wrecked for the past 12 months. Because guess what? It's time for the shorts to get wrecked the way the longs got wrecked for the past 12 to 15 months. That's what I think is going to happen. Why? Because nobody sees it coming. That's why. And that's always what happens. Always. Here's a little XRP. Here's a little XRP for you on the hourly. But that's what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. ODL Jack A, what is up, man? Are we about to blow? Alex Ramos says, nah, they're going to keep manipulating it. Yeah, I think we're about to blow soon. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. It is coming. I think it is coming. I think we are about to blow soon. I think we're about to rip soon. Did I have to sell 2 Pokemon hats? No, I just like this gray hat that I have. I think this is the first time. No, it's not the first time. I used to wear this other hat. It was like black or something. But yeah, that's the thing that he doesn't say here that I believe is going to happen. What is BitBoy Crypto talking about?
Court of Justice asked self-custody wallet provider Nunchuk.io to disclose user information and freeze users' Bitcoin. This was the team's response. I love this. Turns me on. I'm going to be honest with you. Glad that the the desk is from the waist up. Dear the Ontario Superior Court of Justice, Nunchuk is a self-custodial collaborative multi-sig Bitcoin wallet. We're a software provider, not a custodial financial intermediary. Our software is free to use. It allows people to eliminate single points of failure and store Bitcoin in the safest way possible while preserving privacy. We do not collect any user identification information beyond email addresses. We also do not hold any keys. Therefore, we cannot freeze our users' assets. We cannot prevent them from being moved. We do not have knowledge of the existence, nature, value, and location of our users' assets. This is by design. Please look up how self-custody and private keys work.
That's the best.
The last line's the best. When the Canadian dollar becomes worthless, we will be here to serve you too. Sincerely, the Nunchuk team.
That's so amazing.
I think
great.
it's amazing. I really do think so. I think their response was really incredible. And guys, look, you cannot freeze crypto assets. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Now, when you have some that are traceable, there are ways that exchanges can blacklist those addresses. But even then, Bitcoin mixers exist. I certainly do not advocate the use of Bitcoin mixers. I have never used a Bitcoin mixer. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even know how to find one. I mean, I would go on the dark web, I assume. I know Tornado Cash is a big one. I could probably figure it out, but I wouldn't know how to go to one. I wouldn't know how to use it. But they do exist, and they can clean Bitcoin. So really, even those problems with the traceability and trackability, as long as it's not sitting on exchange and they blacklist you removing it, then you can. So look, this whole thing is about GoFundMe.
Yeah, I was going to. Do you want me to give a really quick TLDR for people who don't know the story?
Sure, go ahead.
So really, just the really short version, all this stuff with that's been going on north of the border with truck drivers and convoys and all that sort of stuff. They were trying to get money. All their bank accounts had gotten cut off. They were trying to get money to them. Somebody started a Bitcoin campaign to get a lot of Bitcoin to these people. And they basically not only blacklist their bank accounts, but they went to all the exchanges there.
Yo,
and
that is funny what Nunchuk just said, man. Longs just went up 24 hours, 17. Ooh, on DataMish. Largest jump in months, and finally puts longs above shorts. And I'm telling you guys, man, I'm telling you. It's here, man. It's here. It's finally coming. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Ooh, how do we deal with self-sabotage? 2 minutes ago, Bearable Bull. Ripple XRP about to get relisted. Really?
The world is never going to...
Massive uncertainty. And what I'm going to say to all of you is, take a few precautions. Be diversified. Have some physical cash on you. Stock up on food. Have precious metals if you can. And have cryptos on your offline wallets.
Why is Bearable Bull telling people to stock up on food and water and precious metals? What is he trying to scare you like your local news? Come on, Bearable Bull. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Please. I've stressed this before and I'll say it again.
I've stressed this before and I'll say it again. The world is going down in flames. And you need to stock up on food items and hold your cryptos and nanos and treasure wallets. Bro, shut the fuck up, Bearable Bull. Yo, is anybody sick of this guy, or is it just me?
As we have to remember, guys, we see this happening as well.
Bro, I'm so sick of this guy, I can't even watch his video. Like, I'm so sick of that guy. Is anybody else sick of that guy, or is it just me? I hope it's not just me. Samurai Wallet is well known for mixing, peeling, scrambling, layering, put a condom on it. He's probably just watching Alex Jones, no big deal. Oh my god. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I got a little extra, food and water stocked up, but nothing crazy. Enough to get by for a couple months. Jesus. And of course, you got to have a gun in the house, right? Yeah, I stopped watching Bearable Bull when I grew up. I mean, no offense to anybody. I mean, for me, all the research I've done into Ripple and XRP and Stellar Lumens and all the other cryptos that I invest in and that I talk about, when you put so much time and effort into researching, and I would understand if I worked a job 40, 50 hours a week, then I would rely on a YouTuber like him to fill me in. I understand that. But from looking in and looking into stuff and researching all the time, his stuff is elementary to me. Like, honestly, like, I don't even watch him anymore because the stuff he says is for people who don't know any better. I mean, he shouldn't be telling people to stock up on food and water. He's a crypto channel, for crying out loud. The fiat system is collapsing. I know, Mr. Bone Dangles. I know. It has been for like 100 years. But the Fed still figures it out somehow. I agree with you. Hope you're in debt. Everybody's in debt. If you have US currency in your bank account or your wallet, you are in debt. You cannot get US currency unless you are in debt, okay? That's just how it works. When money is printed, debt is created. That's how it works. It's how they stimulate markets and economies and all sorts of fun stuff. This is how they inverse the stock market and how they compose zero interest rates. And we're in times, we're in a place we've never been before right now with these interest rates. It's crazy. But it's about to get really different, guys. It's about to get very different. XRP is about to have the clarity. We're about to get a level playing field. It's about to get insane, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely insane. So, the fractal that this follows from here, the fractal, that goes like this, I think it's going to come up here, and I think it's going to freaking take off, man. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think the shorts are going to get demolished because it's going to come up and hit this 702 retracement or the 786, and people are going to short the shit out of Bitcoin, and they're going to get wrecked. Why? Because longs have gotten wrecked for 12 to 14 months straight. And now it's time for the shorts to get wrecked because it's about to get, the bull run wasn't over, ladies and gentlemen. People want you to think it is, and they want you to, because it's following this fractal. Well, guess what? It's not going to follow the fractal, probably. I mean, I don't have the answers. I'm just guessing because of what people who think they know exactly what's happening are saying, things that are like so much to that, like it's going to happen, which is why I think it's not going to happen. I think it's going to follow the fractal all the way up to the 702 or 786, up here to 58 to 62,000. I think it's going to start to come back down to about the 618 at 54,000, 55, 54,000. And I think it's going to crank up to 70, 80,000. And I think shorts are going to get wrecked. That's what I think. And I think XRP is going to crank over $4. That's what I think. I think XRP is going to be over $1 very soon. And I think when Bitcoin works its way up, XRP is going to work its way up, and it's going to stall out a little while Bitcoin takes a little dominance back. And then Once the little retrace happens, XRP is going to shoot its wad and crank over $4 or $5, and then Bitcoin's going to crank as well. It's going to get crazy, man. I think craziness is right around the corner. I think it's just funny how some of these other YouTubers talk, man. It's so funny. It's really funny. But yeah, man, I'm chilling. It's a Monday. It's a holiday today. I am relaxing at home. I had coffee. Relax. I got a coffee right here. Hanging out with Henry and Luna. And for those of you who don't know who Henry and Luna is, those are my Shih Tzu puppies. There they are right there. I got their little emojis made. And my wife. And we're just hanging out today. Crazy shit's about to happen. I mean, anything can happen in crypto, but I really believe soon we are gonna see some rocket ships in this market like any day now. I thought it was gonna be a couple days ago with the full moon, but like I said, nobody knows what's gonna happen in crypto. Nobody. You can only guess that it's going to happen, but the when, like, you can't get down to a day or even a week sometimes. But it's coming. Now that I see everything for what it is, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. It's just, I mean, when you take in Murphy's Law, when you take in the law of attraction, and you put your own spin on it and your own life experience on how things should go, you understand that it's going to happen. Like, not only does oh my God, I almost choked. Not only does the past sometimes predict how the future is going to play out, and not only did Bitcoin for the last 5 months follow the fractal to a T all the way to this drop right here. And after this drop, the fractal cranks all the way up to the 702. So we're going to see a 57 to 62,000 Bitcoin again before they say it goes into this bear market. However, I don't think it's going to follow the fractal down like I told you. I think it's going to follow the fractal up to 58 to 62,000 Bitcoin. It's going to retrace. People are going to go short, and it's going to crank even higher. I think we're going to see a 6-digit Bitcoin, and I think XRP is going to be over $4 or $5. Oh, thank you for that Doge GF Trillion. I appreciate it. Hashtag Gary in jail. Hashtag a lot of people should be in jail for that. For sure. For sure. Sammy the Bull. Let's loose about mafia life. What is this? I will teach you to vibrate correctly. What?
Let those lines represent levels of energy, levels of vibration. Every frequency is connected to the one above and the one below. Now, you may have seen this before, but I'll guarantee you, you probably aren't executing it as well as you could. Pay close attention. Everything is energy, everything vibrates. The law of vibration decrees that everything in the universe moves. We live in an ocean of motion. There is no such thing as staying where you are. You're either going ahead or you're going back. You're moving, makes no mistake about it. Every frequency is hooked up to the one above and the one below. Do you know what that really means? We're all connected. That's right. Now look it. Let's say that's your phone. And let's say, this is my phone. If we get on the same frequency, we can start communicating. Wouldn't matter where we are in the world, because I'm on your frequency. I can tap out a message to you. I can talk to you. I can send a picture to you. Why? Because we're on the same frequency. Simultaneously with me hitting send, you've got the picture. You could be on the other side of the world. You could be in Kiev. I could be here. Boom, you get it. Everyone knows this, and damn near everyone has at least one phone.
After this video, I got something for you guys.
You know why? Because we're learning something about the laws of the universe. Now keep going. We seem to have a basic understanding of this when it comes to our phones. However, when it comes to our life, we get lost. We don't take it beyond the phone level. Let's take it beyond the phone level. Let those lines represent levels of vibration. A level of vibration is referred to as a frequency. And we think on frequencies. Now this is so important that you get this. Now pay attention. You think on frequencies. That's the frequency you're thinking on. That's symbolic of the frequency you're thinking on, and that will dictate the results that you're going to get. This is real. I do this. Every day I do this. I have done it for years. I did it when I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. Most people don't know what they're doing. They just do it. That's where I am. That's where I am.
That's where I am. That's where I want to go too, because you know what frequency I vibrate on? I vibrate on truth. Truth that I know Ripple XRP has been adopted worldwide. Adopted by all the central banks for the most part. Look at the Central Bank of Egypt, Central Bank of England adopted XRP, Ripple. And look at the 43rd Treasury, United States of America. That would be the central bank, the United States, the Fed, adopting it, sending Rosie Rios in. I mean, come on, she's not the only one. When you vibrate on these frequencies, when you stay in these frequencies, when you vibrate on a high frequency, you're going to get high frequency results.
I want to go. I know where I am, but that's where I want to go. You see, that's normal in life. You know where you are, but that's not, I want to go there. That's what I really want. Doesn't matter where you are. And I'm going to do that as soon as I get the money. This is where we get screwed up. I'm going to do that as soon as the kids are out of school. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get another degree. Then I'll do that. I can't do that because of where I'm at. You understand? Well, you're waiting for the results to change, and pretty soon the decision fades. And before long, the goal, it goes where the decision went. What's the problem here? Well, here's the problem. You're thinking here on this frequency. You could compare this to an AM band on your radio. You're on that frequency and you're trying to get FM music. You're screwed, you'll never get it. They cannot broadcast FM music on an AM band. It won't work. You're thinking down there and you're saying, but I want to go up here. If you want to go up there, your mind and your thoughts must be focused on the same frequency of what you want. Listen, if nothing's created or destroyed, that means everything's already here. If not in one state, certainly in another. Nothing is created or destroyed.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Before we continue on from there, keep that in mind. Nothing is created or destroyed. Before we continue on to being taught how to vibrate correctly on the right frequencies, before we continue,
there comes a time in your life where you realize everything is your fault. That time is now. Everything in your life is your fault. Oh, but Kerwin, you don't understand. My mum, my dad, my sister, I don't give a fuck what your story is. What I do know is everything is your fault. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you take your power back. Because those of you who's been spending your lives fucking blaming everyone else for your situation, all you've been doing is giving away your power. It's time to take the power back. You need to start trusting in yourself again. You need to start believing in yourself again. I can show you a guy that has no arms, no legs, and he's running a $10 million business. What's your excuse? I have 3 brain injuries and a physical disability. What's your excuse? There's a 13-year-old in Seattle right now who just sold a business for $18 million. He's 13. So what excuse are you going to use? You can't blame anyone else. I don't know about you, but at some point I reached a point in my life where I realized I had not lived up to my full potential. And after the 7th time of nearly dying, I realized I am not going out this way. I'm not going to be that guy. What I want you to do is prove that something is possible that you never thought was. I don't care what's happened up until here. I don't care what your fucking story is. Everybody's got a story. What I care about is what happens from here. What are you going to do differently? And who are you going to be that is needed in order to get where you want to go? Because chances are the person you're showing up as now, that's not the person you need to be. And that doesn't mean you can't be who you are, because the reality is you've probably been fucking lying to yourself for so long you don't know who you are anymore. Decide who you are. Define who you are. Create who you are. Choose who you want to be.
That's right.
If you want to get that, you've got to understand that you've got to think on that frequency. And if you're going to do that, you've got to make a committed decision. See, you can make a decision and then you do it if it's convenient. When you make a committed decision, you're going to do it regardless. I don't care what the odds are. I don't care the fact that nobody's ever done it before. Doesn't matter to me that people have never stood on the top of that mountain. I'm going to the top of that sucker right now.
Let's look here. All these lines represent levels of vibration. We know that every frequency is hooked up to the one above and the one below. We know that. We have studied that many, many times. All science and all theology teach us that. Now there's a real lesson in here if we will get it. Okay? Now look here for a moment. There's where you are right now. That's the yellow line. That represents the level of consciousness you are on. That represents what you're hearing when I'm talking to you. Okay? Now, this up here.
We can all listen to this and hear something different. That's the funny part that I understand. I understand this so well because of my life experiences. When I did 7 years in New York State prison, 7 years in prison, I got to understand people really well. When you're in dorms of 60-man dorms, 60, 70 people, and it changes for a few months, then you go to a new one with a new 60, 70 people, you get to learn people, you get to learn things really well. And the one thing that I know for a fact is that every one of us in this stream are watching this right now, and we are all hearing and getting something different. We are all hearing what we want to hear from it. We are all taking something different from this. And that is a fact. How can we all watch the same thing but hear something different? You really got to think about that.
Where we've never been. That's where we really want to go. See, our heart is always causing us to want to go higher, further, okay? Faster even. What we should do is stop and remember how we got to where we are. There were lessons here. If we would pay attention, we'd see how we move from one frequency to the next. We know we're here. How did we get here? Well, let's.
Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Why do I think that watching a video about teaching you how to vibrate correctly or watching a video on excuses is important? Because we are all about to have money that we've never had before. We're about to be on a different frequency in life. And until you learn how to vibrate or how to act on that frequency or with that kind of money, then you're just going to lose the money. Because money, people don't just get money. People who are meant to have money and keep money. If you get 50, 100K, $1 million, and you're broke in less than 6 months or a year, then you just were not meant to have money. And that happens all the time. People hit the lottery for 50 million, 10 million, $20 million, and they're broke in a year. You think it's easy to have a lot of money? The amount of money that you're about to have, you really need to start thinking how you're going to keep it and how you're going to spend it on happiness, what you want in life, and how you're going to keep and earn more money with that money. because people who think that they're just going to get $1 million or 500K and life is going to be great forever, you're dreaming. You better start making changes to your brain.
Let's stop and review. Do you remember you took the chances? You bet on yourself. There was no physical proof that you could do it, but you went there and you did it. So what you got to do now is go off up here and see yourself already there. It's like I tell the story in here about John and Pat.
People might look at this and be like, man, that's stupid. That's corny. I can't believe Jaded is showing us a video like this. He never shows us a video like this. Why is Jaded showing us videos like this, man? Why? This is real. This is real stuff, everybody. Real stuff. The money you're about to make if you're invested in XRP, if you're invested in the right cryptos, just the right cryptos, the money you're about to get, you might not be meant to keep because you're not ready for it. You're not geared for that life. Really think about that, man.
I said, go buy the house. He said, we can't buy the house. We haven't got any money. I said, you don't need any money. He said, what do you mean we don't need? I said, you haven't made a decision to buy the house. You see, what you've got to realize what you've done is you've raised your level of conscious awareness. If nothing's created or destroyed, everything's already here. If not in one state, in another. Now, where your mind is stayed here on this line, where you are, mentally, you've gone up here. And you get up there mentally and you're going to start to attract everything from that higher frequency. And of course, you can go higher if you want. There's no end to where we can go. We are created in God's image. We're capable of doing all great things. This is not a fallacy. This isn't a fantasy. This is the real deal. And what we've got to do is know that when we raise our mind onto a higher frequency, it's like when you change the number on the phone. Well, the journey from one state to another is a psychological one. So to make the journey, you must use psychological equivalent of least action, and the psychological equivalent is assumption. You just assumed that you're doing it. You just assume that you're there.
That's it. It's really that easy. You just assume that you're there. Assume that you're there. The law of attraction will take care of the rest. And some people might hear that and hear it correctly and understand it correctly. A lot of you will hear it and not understand it. A lot of you will think you understand it, but you really don't. Hey, Advanced Hood, what is up, man? Mr. Bone Dangles in the house. Glenn Miller, fanboy, what's up, guys? Let's go, man. All right, let's finish up taking your power back.
And then take the actions that that person would take. It's never too late to become the person you always wanted to become. And today's that day if you want it. You will only rise to the level at which someone holds you accountable to. And you will always, always do more for others than you will do for yourself. Always. But my question is, who are you doing this for? If you need to do it for your kids, do it for your fucking kids. Set the example. Your nieces, your nephews, other friends' children, they're all looking at you. And they're going, oh, I either want to be like them one day, or Jesus Christ, I hope I don't grow up and end up like that. Be the example that you want to set for the world. Be the change that you want to see in the world. The only chance we have as a species to survive is to become better people. This isn't about money. Money is a consequence of doing what you love well. This is about you. This is about your...
Or it's a consequence of investing well, not just doing what you love well, but investing well. But keeping that money, that's a whole other story. Keeping that money takes a whole nother person. If you want to be a millionaire, if you act like a millionaire, you're going to be a millionaire. You act like a billionaire, you're going to be a billionaire. But you're not going to get somewhere you're not meant to be. So if you don't believe that you deserve it, you're not going to have it. Or when you get it, you're not going to keep it unless you know you deserve it. Some people are afraid of money. I've had people do work for me, and I've paid them, and sometimes I pay them really well, and they hand me money back because they don't feel they deserve it. Could you imagine that? There's people out there that don't feel like they deserve more than they have, and they won't take it. They won't take it from you. Because no, that's yours. No, that's yours. Because you're the example. They don't want to take away from what they like. They don't want to have to be the example. No, you keep it. There's so many things going on there. They're happy with you being that good example. You being the one that offers that opportunity to make that money. They don't want to become that person. There's a lot of people who get this far in life out of hatred and pure spite, Anime Wolf, but it only gets you so far. I've put batteries in so many people's backs by cutting them off. You know how many people made it far in life because I cut them off? When people cut you off, it's the best thing they can do for you. Why? Because it makes you so mad that you got to prove yourself, and you get far. You get far. When I tell people the truth about themselves, if I know somebody, I was friends with them, and I tell them about themselves, if they're fucking up, or I think they're fucking worthless or lazy or they need to change their life, I tell them, and they hate it. And then I stop talking to them. And you know what? Out of hatred and spite, they get very far in life. And you know what? They can hate me all they want. But I know it's those truth, those words that I gave them years ago that helped them get that far too. Because when you cut someone off in life and tell them the truth, it really hurts. And it makes them do things out of spite, makes them do things out of hatred. But you know what? They get there. And hopefully they change when they do get there. And realize that that's what they needed all along. Yeah, Bearable Bull's he barely has anything good. All right, here we go.
Family, and ultimately, this is about what you're going to leave behind. Because here's what I know, and I know this with an absolute 100% certainty, you're all going to die. None of you are going to be able to escape that trap. When you're sitting on your deathbed, will you be sitting there grateful for what you've left behind? Or will you be sitting there fucking wondering, what if only I had done that? What if only I had played a bigger game? Because the reality is, you are here for a second in the scheme of things, but your legacy has the potential to last forever. But there is one thing I need you to know. This doesn't have to be a lonely journey. There is nothing wrong with you. You are completely fine the way that you are. Your difference is what makes you great. And you will realize how beautiful you really are when you're surrounded by others who are just like you. There's an old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it. It's time to have a drink.
See, that last part was for you, Doge GF Trillionaire. It's time to have a drink. If you accumulated that wealth, and you're acting financially poor, you're doing a good job of maintaining that wealth. But it's okay to have a drink every once in a while, man. Once you get there. Don't always act financially poor. I hope you're paying yourself liquidly. I hope you're at least liquidly paying yourself. You know? Anime Wolf, man. You're doing great. Keep it up, man. You're doing great. Yes. Grind it out, man. Grind it out, Anime. That's right. Keep grinding. XR perfection. I would never lie to you guys, man. Never lie to you guys. No. I'm not perfect, man. Trust me. I've come a long way to get to this understanding in life, and to get as far as I've come, man. It's a lot of truth, a lot of understanding of myself, a lot of changing, a lot of stuff to get this far, man. I learn something new every single day. I learned something new every single day. I definitely do. But guys, it is a holiday. It is a holiday. Then I would miss your stream. You damn well. You're going to miss it now because I got a lot of stuff that I got to do today. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. I'll be on again later on today. I love you guys, man. Make sure you hit that sub button if you're not already subscribed. Everyone else, thank you guys for all the support. I hope you enjoy the video. And if you got here late, just rewind and watch from the beginning. I will see you guys all in the next stream. I'm Jada Blur. Peace out, everybody. Love you guys. Later.
I got zero doubt in my membrane, you keep calling me insane. Every single day more XRP is what I obtain. No more cash, no more cars, only QR codes. No more proof of work, we running validated nodes. This is the life that I chose. They look at the cons, I look at the pros. I'm always bullish on the shows. Now you wanna ask about XRP, I am not telling. Now you want some of my XRP, I am not selling, it's not for sale. Honestly, I just wish you well, cause I'm XRP for well. I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. XRP taking the lead, come equipped with institutional speed. XRP giving the go to proceed, don't listen to FUD, I know they mislead. Try to tell them but I know they don't care. ODL, no nothing compared. Back in the day I was willing to share, now I don't have any left to spare. Saw some liquidity on demand, try to tell them but they don't understand. Holding my ledger right here in my hand, see the signs it was already planned. Digital economy, it's already here. I'm talking about the moon, they think I majored in astrology. Haters talking trash, I think they majored in garbology. Focus on my future, so I invest in technology. Number one is where we ranking. Come on. And if you don't have XRP, then I do not know what you thinking. This the time, this the year, this the place to be. Hard or strong all day long, doing it faithfully. Keep that negative energy far away from me. It's not our fault that we seeing something that you can't see. I got my hands on some on-demand liquidity, and I'ma hold on to it now into infinity. This the greatest wealth transfer the world will ever see. But I'm not talking, I'm about to go buy me more XRP, cause I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? I just keep on buying while they telling me to sell. The whole world gonna be shocked when XRP break out its shell, and that's when we prevail. I'm XRP for well, for well. I'm XRP for well, I'm XRP for life and that's forever, can't you tell? Can't you tell?
Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I will see you guys later. Peace.